All right, how y'all doing this morning? Well, we found out who the shooter was. It was a 20-year-old, probably a real leftist or Antifa member or something like that. What don't make no sense to me is that building was only 140 something yards from the stage that Donald Trump was on. We seen it on the news where this guy was on the streets protesting, screaming and hollering. And they said that this guy had an AR-15 style rifle. He climbed on top of the building. He got up there and he got shots fired off. Now, 148 yards with somebody that knows what they're doing with an AR-15 style rifle should have been an easy shot. Evidently, this guy is a bad shot, which is good for us, good for Donald Trump. But I think the Secret Service and the people protecting Donald Trump really failed, because that guy should have never been able to get on top of that building and fire them shots off. They're supposed to surround the area and canvass the area to make sure that people like that doesn't get to where they have the vantage point or to prevent something from happening. If you look at a top view of where the venue was, that building was off to the right of Donald Trump, and that would have been the perfect place for somebody that wants to try to assassinate Donald Trump. That would have been the perfect place to do it, because it would have been an easy shot, and it would have been you could see clear as day from where that building was. Why didn't they go and have people, either snipers perched over there, and then you had sniper behind the podium back there, behind the flags, the American flags you seen back there. There was two snipers up there. One of them was down low, one of them was up high. You can see them on the videos. Whenever the shots fired, the guy that was on the rifle, the sniper, he actually ducked down. The other guy looked above the gun and then looked down on the gun and then aimed it and shot. The guy that was the lower guy on the thing, he pretty much hid. He was pretty much like the crowd, except he had a gun. So this ought to be a learning curve for the Secret Service protecting Donald Trump. That they have to do a better job. That's bullshit. Because that guy should have never been able to get on top of that building. And there was even witnesses that were saying, hey, that guy's climbing up that building, he's got a gun. There was witnesses saying that. I watched a video where a guy said he was a witness. He seen that guy climbing up that building, and he seen the gun. And nobody was paying attention. They didn't have nobody with police presence or Secret Service or anybody over in that area, and didn't see this guy. This guy was out in the street. We watched the video. This guy was out in the street screaming and hollering. And what was he saying, Stacy? He was saying, he's talking about cut the throats of
slice his throat.
Slice the throats of Republicans and shit.
Republicans.
And this guy was acting the fool before he did this. He was actually in the streets screaming and hollering, protesting, which he has the right to do that. But you think that somebody would kind of pay attention to this crazy idiot out here on the street being crazy, and then all of a sudden he goes up a building and he's got a rifle in his hand. He gets on top of a building and nobody takes him out when he's up there. He's on a white top of a building. That top of that building was white. It was like an industrial building. The Secret Service dropped the ball on that. That guy should have never had the chance to even shoot anything at Donald Trump. You know, I wouldn't trust, to be quite honest with you, I wouldn't even trust the Secret Service if I was Donald Trump. I'd hire my own people. Because they dropped the ball so bad, it's unbelievable. You know, people were saying too, when Donald Trump got shot, you know, when Donald grabbed his ear, and then he went to the ground, and then the Secret Service got on top of him to cover him. Well, my mom picked this out yesterday. She picked up on this real quick. Before they got up, one of them said, "Shoot her down." If you listen to the video of what happened, you know, the attempt assassination, one of the Secret Service members said shoot her down. You can hear it plain as day. So that's why when they got him up, they didn't move super fast. But there could have been other shooters. So it was kind of a slow process for them to get down. I know Donald Trump, you know, put his fist in the air and he mouthed the words fight or whatever. And then he went down. And then when he went to get in the car, he got up on the side of the car and then put his fist up again, showing that he was all right and that you couldn't stop him. The thing about it is, when God is behind somebody, you ain't going to stop them. You ain't going to stop them. I'll tell you one thing. You know how they always say these stories about Chuck Norris is tough and this and that? They got all these sayings about Chuck Norris. Donald Trump is tough, man. Think about it. He had a bullet hit him in the ear. And if it came from an AR-15 style rifle, what they said, which is either a 223 or a 5.56, it zipped by and hit him in the ear. A guy gets hit in the ear, he's bleeding, and he just about got took out, and you still can't stop him. But I tell you what, the Secret Service, they need to go back to the drawing boards, and that don't make no sense to me. The Secret Service and who he's got, they're supposed to be there days before and canvass the place out, make sure they got people in the right places to watch for stuff like this. This should have been handled way before that, before Trump even got there. You got a building that's by itself over in the corner that's pretty much catty-corner from the front of the stage. And nobody was manning that. Nobody was over there in that area. There wasn't a vehicle or a couple Secret Service guys over there or making sure there was nobody getting to the rooftop of that. That's a rooftop of a building. That's the best vantage point you can have, is the top of a roof. And nobody was even watching that or making sure nobody got on that roof or see what was going on. This guy was out in the street hollering and screaming. We watched the video. He was hollering and screaming, saying a bunch of crap, drawing attention to himself, and nobody watched him and seen him crawl up go up the top of the building with a rifle. That's kind of stupid. You know, it kind of makes you wonder. You know, and I know people say, "Oh, that's conspiracy." You know, the conspiracy about the Secret Service kind of wanting or letting it happen or whatever. But no, that's plain stupid. When you got a building that's that close to a stage and nobody's watching it, there's nobody over there. There's nobody making sure that that building's secure. That's the highest point pretty much around that area. Now, back behind the stage, which the two snipers for Donald Trump was back there on that roof, you can see it in the videos, they were already there. Now, why didn't they have a sniper on that roof? I have no clue. But there was nobody over there stopping this guy. And this guy was a 20-year-old idiot. A 20-year-old idiot, long-haired hippie, probably an Antifa member, some idiot. His family ought to be real proud of him. But things just don't add up, man. Things don't add up about that. That guy shouldn't have never been able to do that. You know. But Donald Trump, he's tough as nails, man. He's tough as nails. Any man that can get shot in the ear and come that close to death and don't let it affect him, he's pretty damn tough in my book. You know, I'd say he's up there with Clint Eastwood, and Chuck Norris, and everybody, man. You know, but things don't add up about what went on yesterday. It just doesn't sound right to me. You know, and being that what happened like that, and he got that gun off like that and shot. And you know what's stupid about the media? This is how stupid the media is. Media is so stupid. They said, well, maybe it wasn't gunshots. Maybe it was firecrackers. And when Trump went down because he thought it was a gunshot, he scratched his ear. What the hell? He scratched his ear? I mean, come on. These people are idiots, man. I tell you what, these days people are stupid. They are real stupid. They don't make no sense. You know, There's probably people out there dumb enough says, well, Donald Trump want this to happen. He probably paid for that guy to shoot his ear the way he could look like he's a victim. Ah, come on. These people are stupid. But next time, they ought to have their stuff together. If I was Donald Trump and I was the boss of them guys, I'd be like, you're fired. You're fired. Remember The Apprentice where he used to fire people? I'd be like, you're fired. You're the weakest link. Goodbye. Because the thing about it is that somebody really dropped the ball on that. A 20-year-old ignorant kid was able to get on a building with it. I don't even think at 20 years old, where did he get this rifle from? That's another thing. Being 20 years old, I don't even think you're old enough to even buy a rifle. I don't know about that. And depending on what state it is, being it's Pennsylvania, who knows how they are. But there's a lot of things being looked into, and I'm pretty sure they're investigating everything about this guy, and they're going through his house, and they're seeing what this guy was about. But he was a Looney Tune, and he should have been arrested way before this even happened, because we watched videos on this guy. He was an idiot. He was an idiot, screaming in the streets, calling for the president to be killed, calling for cutting Republicans' throats. He was saying all kind of crazy. So he should have been in a mental institution. And how he got a rifle, I don't know. But I do know this. You can't stop Donald Trump. God is on Donald Trump's side. You can't stop that man. Donald Trump is on a mission from God, and he's not going to stop until it goes to where it needs to go. Now, what do y'all think? Y'all think if that guy would have followed through what he was trying to do and he'd have killed Donald Trump, what do y'all think that would do? Tell me in my comments. What do y'all think would have happened if this shooter would have been successful of shooting Donald Trump? What do you think that would have caused? Would you think it would have caused civil war? Or what do you think would have happened? Just let me know. What do you think where it would have went if that was successful? Which I'm glad it didn't happen, but as y'all know it and as I know it, one attempt like this will actually, they're going to be super tight on their security now. That was pretty much, a one-time thing that ain't going to happen again. It shouldn't happen again. If it happens again, we've really got problems with them damn people securing him. But, man, I'm telling you, these crazy people out here today, you know what? Not only did they try to assassinate Donald Trump, innocent people got shot that day. One person got killed, 2 people got injured, and had to go to the hospital. That's a shame. You go to a rally, you go to a Trump rally, and you're going there to support your candidate, you're going there to support America, and you get shot by some idiot. And somebody didn't do their job. Somebody didn't do their job that day to let that happen. That should have never happened. If you see a building right there, and the stage is right here, and you see that building over there, common sense would tell you, well, maybe we need to check this building out, or maybe we need to post a guy on top of that building, or we need to have some guys around there watching. Somebody dropped the ball, man. That's bottom line. But just wanted to make a video on it. I'm pretty sure y'all are watching all this stuff. Trying to figure out, information and new stuff's coming out and this and that. And when I heard the gunshots go off, when I heard it that day, I was thinking to myself, it sounded like a 22. I was kind of right. If it's a 223 or a 5.56, it's pretty much like a hyped up 22 with a lot more power behind it. But it did sound like that. But that guy with that kind of rifle, if he had just a hair of training with that kind of rifle, that shot should have been super easy for him. Because 148 yards or 130 yards with that gun, even guys in the military that's going in basic training, they're taking that kind of rifle and they're shooting 300 or 400 yards and real accurate. So, this guy was a bad shot, which is good for us, bad for him. You know, and then you see the pictures and stuff like that guy did up there on that damn roof. Hey, man, you mess around, you find out. You know, didn't take them snipers long to get a hold of them, but that's kind of an easy shot for a sniper too. You got to think a trained guy that's a sniper that's proficient, and that's all he knows how to do is pretty much be a real good sniper. 148, 150 yards for a sniper. That's a cake shot for him. He could close his eyes and probably shoot that guy. So really, that shouldn't have been nothing for him to take out a guy that far away. You know, but other than that, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go. Just want to make a video, bring out some things, kind of talk about some things, see what y'all think. But tell me what y'all would have, you know, what would have happened if they would have taken Trump out. What do y'all think would have happened? Glad that he didn't get shot. Pray for the families that got affected. You know, the people that got shot there, and that the one that passed away. And from what I heard, it was a male that got killed. From one of the witnesses that was on the news, he said it was he seen the person get killed. You know, but it's crazy. We're gonna have to be. Hey, you know what? When you go to a Trump rally too, and you're part of the rally, be vigilant. Be vigilant. If you see somebody that doesn't look right or doing something squirrely, go kick their ass. Don't sit here and don't wait for Secret Service. You go kick their ass. You're part of Trump too. Go kick their ass. Take them out. You see somebody doing something squirrely, hey, confront them. You know what I mean? You got to watch this back too, because not only just Secret Service, you know how they are. You know, but all right, guys. Talk to y'all later. See ya.